That's a good point. Hello, viewers. Welcome to the Pod this side.
Bye.
And we're signing on with another episode. And I'm an intruder, baby.
Please don't sing.
That's my favorite song, though. It's my favorite Billy Joel song.
I'll give you $1 not to sing.
That's my favorite Billy Joel song.
There's a Billy Joel song, actually, that I have
Oh,
heard.
I'm freaking out. Oh, I didn't open the map.
I literally haven't heard it in so long, I don't remember the name of it. And it's not a common one. It's one of my favorites. I kept trying to find it, and I can't.
Can you sing me a few bars?
I don't. It's like I more know the tune.
No. Ah! He's force slamming me!
I love the choke slam.
Alright, I'm gonna try and just gun it through this level. Because, I mean, there's no real reason to fight these guys, you know?
Yeah.
The more important thing is, even I don't want to do it. I don't want to fight these guys because there's no reason to. And it's, better if I just go and get the holocron. Or, finish the game. But, in canon, even, it's better if Cal just gets the holocron.
There's no reason to wait around. Oh, my.
I just found a reason to wait around. Oh, man, they're actually, forcing you to do the fighting.
Yeah, they are.
So I need to solve and I can see exactly how to do the puzzle. It's an extremely simple puzzle. It's not even calling it a puzzle is generous. Oh my gosh! Wow, there's
I found it
lot.
immediately.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Lullaby.
That's such a song title, you know?
It's also a Nickelback song.
I don't know. What I just said made no sense, I just realized.
It's such a song title. It is a song title.
Oh, I didn't want to grab that. Okay, hold on. I need to figure out.
And the Nickelback one's very good too.
As is the who did that song I'm thinking of? Clean Bandit?
Of course.
You know that one?
No.
Sean DePaul?
I think the reason I don't know is because ABBA wrote it.
Oh my gosh, you're right. I didn't mock you for that publicly.
I can't believe that. I was kind of
waiting
for it.
Every viewer, I want you guys to think for a second. Think about ABBA. Think about everything you know about ABBA. Every song they wrote. Every fact that you've heard about them.
Every time you've heard about them.
Every time somebody's talked about them. They appeared in a movie, on the radio. Michael, I've discovered today, has literally never heard their name or a single song that they wrote. And I was like, that literally is not possible. You must, I was like, sure, maybe you don't know ABBA. Maybe you've never heard the name.
Okay, you were not okay with that.
I mean, I wasn't okay with that. That was ridiculous already.
Yeah.
But I was like, I could theoretically see that.
Yeah.
You don't listen to, 70s, 80s dance mix, dance club mix.
Yeah.
Whatever, I guess. Honestly, not really that excusable already, but whatever. This needs power. How do I do that? How do I pull this? Wait, now I already don't know what to do now.
I think that this was easy.
I thought it was. I guess maybe I need to do something this way. There was 2 paths, I did notice. Nope, there is not. Wait, I'm super confused. I want to mock you about ABBA, but I can't if I don't know how to open this door. This needs power. Oh, wait. It just pulled. Oh, that's dumb. Okay, it was as simple as we all thought it was. Why can't I grab it? Michael, help.
There you go.
Okay.
Oh,
come on! Grab it, Cal. Cal!
I don't know if that's it, dude.
No, it's definitely it. I just need to plug it in before it,
But every time you grab it, it goes away. I don't know, man.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
Grab it now. You see, you're grabbing it when it's going back.
Oh, I'm pulling it too hard.
Exactly. You grab it but you see, no, you're grabbing it There you go. Okay, nice.
Yeah, I was pulling too hard and it was like bouncing.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I just killed a bunch of people.
Oh yeah, hundreds, definitely hundreds. So.
I was like, okay, maybe Michael just doesn't know the band ABBA, maybe doesn't know the name, but you must have heard some of the songs. Mamma Mia,
Yeah.
Dancing Queen. There's a lot of... What do I do here? There's a lot of really famous ABBA songs. Michael has never heard a single one of them. I played for him Dancing Queen, quite possibly one of the most famous songs ever. That might be a little bit of an exaggeration, but it's an extremely
Very
famous
popular,
song.
yeah.
And he was like, nope, I've never heard this song.
And for some context, it's not that I don't know anything about any music ever. Like I know.
Oh yeah, you're pretty plugged into most music.
It's not that I'm like so unplugged. I just don't know. Like I listen to a lot of 80s, 70s music.
I would say you have a very appropriately normal amount of musical knowledge.
One of my favorite artists of all time is Bob Seger, who was around right at the same time.
And then I was like, Michael, call some people, text some people, I don't care what you do. We called your dad, and your dad was like, yeah, ABBA, I know ABBA. And we hung up, and like an hour later, he texts Michael, and it goes, Dancing Queen's pretty good.
Yeah. We did.
I was like,
we
what?
did do that.
And then Michael texted his girlfriend, and she was like, yeah, I love ABBA.
Followed by, what's wrong with you?
I agree.
And then what are your favorite songs? Dancing Queen, Mamma Mia.
I mean, they're good songs.
I've never heard of any of them. I don't know of them. It wasn't like my memory was like, oh wait, but I'm still right now. I have no idea.
I'm
still not sure this isn't a big elaborate prank on me.
I mean, I could tell from your reactions. Like it was like it was just a fact. You had never heard that song before. Any of those songs.
I mean, I think what the consensus we came to was that I must have heard them.
Yes. There's literally zero chance you've never heard them.
Yeah. I just didn't retain it.
Yes, but you very clearly have no memory of those songs.
Yeah, none. My house wasn't filled with a lot of that. It was filled with a lot of Pink Floyd and The Who and thank goodness Nickelback. Who keeps teasing me.
They still haven't released their new album?
They posted on their Instagram today. They said,
I saw they changed
2 days ago,
their album.
I
saw you were freaking out on
what is that? I was like, here we go. I was like, here we go. Like,
yeah.
And they posted on Instagram, they said, we wanted to release a snippet of some of our new music, but our manager told us it was a bad idea. Give them a call if you think that they should change their minds.
Give them a call?
Like they're really just teasing. Just teasing us.
I mean, that's ridiculous.
We all, us and apparently a bunch of Brazilians, wait with bated breath.
You told me that Nickelback's got a crazy
massive
Brazilian following.
South American following, which is just crazy.
It
I mean, God bless, but like it's very just like, all right, like
yeah, like unexpected.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay, I guess that's cool. Oh, you're taking it on the chin here, huh?
Yeah. Good thing I got those extra stim packs.
Yeah. Oh,
that's lava!
Oh, that was just magic.
Can I push these guys into the lava? That'd be really nice.
It's not enough.
No, not you too, Cal. It was just supposed to be one of them.
He didn't do enough.
Don't say it.
Calisthenics.
No.
Oh, thank goodness.
No! Every time that happens. Now this double lightsaber thing is really helpful.
We're gonna party till we're purple.
I love being purple.
I can say I actually do.
I don't think it's possible for us to turn purple.
No, probably not.
Oh, I thought that was more enemies.
Yeah. Oh, well, why?
Oh my gosh!
What? It's just a regular, ordinary R2. Oh my goodness.
Just a regular, ordinary R2. Oh my goodness! Oh man. Why was R2-D2 special?
I don't think he really was. I think he was just the bot Leia gave the info to. Like, here's a droid, and then go take it, go.
Well, okay.
And he kind of did.
I mean, I think that was true, but I think in the prequels they like made him special for some reason.
I don't really remember. The only prequel I have real good memories of is the third prequel. Is
What the heck? Why am I stunned?
what was the third one called? I'm blanking.
Oh,
not
Revenge
Phantom
of the
Menace.
Sith?
You're Revenge of the Sith, yeah. No. Yeah, Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm thinking of Empire. That's not a prequel. No, Revenge of the Sith is actually a good movie. Like, I don't know how to tell people that.
It's hard to.
It's kind of just a good movie. Like, it's not a bad. Phantom Menace is bad.
Yeah. That one doesn't
Clones
tend
is
to go
bad.
over well. I don't remember. I have not seen.
No, it's been a long time.
It's been
I remember very much disliking Phantom Menace: Attack of the Clones.
I remember very much liking Attack of the Clones when I was a little kid. I have not seen it since I was a little kid, so in my mind, I still really like it.
I saw Revenge of the Sith fairly recently, and it was like okay, this is just a good movie. Like, I don't know what to even say. It's not the best, obviously, but it's like this doesn't deserve the hate it gets.
This is a really difficult battle.
Ewan McGregor is fantastic.
Well, I mean, that goes without saying.
I mean, I don't know who plays Sheev Palpatine, but he's fantastic too.
Did you have to call him Sheev?
Sheev, whatever his name is.
No, I mean, I just...
You never heard his first name used?
No, I mean, I just don't hear it often.
Yeah, that often. I like saying his first name.
It feels too personal.
Yeah, well, you kill everybody. I had a question. What were the other 65 orders?
You know what? Actually, someone was talking about...
And are there more? Is there an Order 67 that's like... Is it... But like, also, on top of like... Well, your health.
Yeah, I know. I don't see this working out, but I'm going to try my absolute bestest here, Michael.
And also, like, is Order 65... Is Order up to 66 plans for the final Order 66, which is the, extinction of all the Jedis. Yeah. But then is there Order 67, which is like, I'm going to reorganize the State Department and cut regulations and taxes, or are they all military orders?
They're definitely all military plans.
Like 66 of them? And is 66 the last one, though?
Now so I don't think they ever explained the other orders, but there's like people theories that the other 65 orders or whatever are like contingencies. Like one of them is, I think I don't remember if this was like previously canon before Disney or if it was just another theory or whatever. But I heard someone say potentially one of them is kill what does Palpatine become?
He becomes Darth Sidious.
Yeah, but like what's his job?
He was the Emperor.
Yeah, no, I know that, but like
his job.
Remember, he gets voted something.
Oh, so the
Chancellor.
The
Chancellor. One of them is kill the Supreme Chancellor. They said, and that was like a contingency if he didn't win.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
This is so difficult. I thought that would pick up, because this game usually if you lose, it usually picks up like a little bit like a different spot than where you started.
Yeah, not really.
But it didn't this time,
Gotcha.
so I have to do all of that again. I got an idea, but it's these guys won't. What?
And then you. That didn't work at all.
That was actually the worst outcome.
Yeah, it was, absolutely. this attack on your life has left you scarred and disformed.
Good point. He's like a giant scar across his helmet.
You know what else too? You know when he orders Order 66, and they see it on their hands, they start killing.
Yeah.
Those aren't clones, are they?
They are.
They are clones.
Yeah, those were all still clones.
Because I'm like, are these guys just like stormtroopers? Because
yeah, no,
because they must know, because they knew immediately what Order 66 was. So in the back of their head, they're like, okay, like I know we're supposed to help, and this is the Republic and everything, but very soon we may be ordered to kill everybody.
Okay, so that was something Disney added. Ooh, no, Cal, up, not shimmy. That was actually that was addressed. I've heard.
Okay, all right.
All the clones, because they were clones, had something called an inhibitor chip put in their head.
Okay.
That essentially made it impossible for them to disobey orders.
Oh, that I kind of okay. I'm okay with that.
And so like,
all right,
and you know why I think they did that in part?
Why?
Because they made that really long Star Wars: The Clone Wars TV show that was really supposed to endear you to the clones, and then suddenly they turned around and murdered all the Jedi. So I think they were trying to be like,
I'm okay with that fact. I have
like, oh, the clones weren't just evil all along. Like,
yeah, they had a
they didn't have a choice in the matter, so you can still root for them during the TV show without feeling bad.
Yeah.
Not an ACE inhibitor, although they probably had great blood pressure for all the exercise they were doing.
But yeah, okay, so I'm cool. I'm fine with that. I have nothing against like that fact.
And there's like a couple of the like really famous clones clones from the show. I think they to like spare them, Disney actually had them rip out their inhibitor chip before Order 66, so they didn't help kill the Jedi.
Nice. But you know what I don't get? I mean, I guess I get it because it's just overwhelming numbers, but like, you would think some of the Jedi, like,
I mean, some of them did.
Yeah, but like most of them are gone. Like most of the most powerful are gone.
Yeah,
there was a lot of like more would have lived.
Yeah.
Like I mean, it's
just not working.
They're just clone troopers.
Oh, I don't know what's going on. My vision.
Yeah, that was bad.
Okay, I need to think this through here.
There you go, exactly.
Okay, there we go. Okay, this is the part where the platforms change.
His leg.
Okay. Okay, there's still 2 more waves at least. That's so much.
Yeah, it is.
This guy really soaks up damage.
Yeah, he's a punching bag.
He's a machine.
Yep.
And also, he's a machine.
He's like, you know what he is? He's like Adam.
He's like a robot.
Remember Adam from Real Steel?
I do. I can't believe you're talking about Real Steel.
I think Real Steel needs to be talked about more because that was just a good movie.
It was a good movie, right? I watched it recently.
Like it really wasn't a bad movie at all. It was a fun robot boxing movie. Like
it was a good movie. Like a little,
like,
little heart, little dad and son story.
And Adam was a cool concept for a boxing robot. Not someone who deals out a lot of punches, but like a robot that was meant to be hit a lot, which is cool. Like
it is. Although the part I like I said, I recently watched Real Steel. The part where the robot was sentient all along, I didn't love that.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was like it was subtle.
But didn't they imply that all the robots were kind of sentient?
I don't remember.
Like they all had some personality.
They all had personality for sure.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like they all had like I remember Zeus was like knew he was the best.
But I don't remember if there was like an implication that Adam was like alive, like that he was like talking to the sun.
Yep.
Like not just being like a robot responding to orders, like he was thinking.
I don't remember.
And that was like part of the reason why he did so well boxing.
Oh, okay.
Because like they
Well,
did.
well, yeah, he had a chip in him that let him shadow boss.
Yeah. I mean, they.
With Wolverine.
Yeah, they did. I'm gonna lose this fight again. There's literally zero shot I'm winning this.
You got it right here, man.
I can't beat both of these guys. These are both so both of these guys on their own are extremely difficult to fight. And you can't use the force on either. I can use this force, actually. Actually, that might not be a bad idea. Spam this force ability. I don't
Yeah, but that was a good movie, though.
Yeah. But yeah, there was what was I saying? There's an implication of something.
The
because yeah, they did have that whole like, oh, he can take a bunch of damage, he just can't deal it out thing. Like that was part of it.
Yeah, because he was meant to be a bot that got hit.
That didn't actually explain why he was so good at boxing, because that was a whole class of robots that were outdated and nobody used anymore because they didn't do well.
Well, it
was just him that was doing.
I thought it was just because Hugh Jackman was like.
Yeah, that was also a big part.
He was like a good boxer, and he taught it how to box.
Yes.
Like, it was a robot that could take hits and then learned how to box from Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, that was also correct.
And that's how.
But there was also a really strong implication that he was sentient. Wow, I did it. Can't believe that. Oh, I can heal here.
You know, this was a good movie that got a lot of hate.
What was that?
It got like a lot of hate. And it was just a fun movie.
Hold on.
Was Here Comes the Boom. Do you remember that movie?
I never saw that one.
So it was with Kevin James.
Yeah.
And it was about, he was like a high school like chemistry teacher. Oh my.
This level's significantly longer than I remember it being.
I actually got a little bit of a second win though, so I'm good right now.
Perfect.
He was a high school chemistry teacher, and one of his best friends in the high school was the music teacher. And he was an older guy, probably in his 50s. And the guy finds out his wife is pregnant. This music teacher is his best friend.
Right.
And he's really excited about it, but it turns out the school is cutting the music
program.
Yeah, and so he's going to be out of a job. So he takes on a second job. Kevin James is like as an American citizenship teacher. Like, just to like raise money for the music program to stay around so this guy can have a job. And he meets this guy coming over from like Germany or something, and he realizes that he's an old like UFC fighter, and and Kevin James is actually an old wrestler, and he tries to become a fighter and raise money to save this UFC. And it was fun.
That does sound like a lot of fun.
And it wasn't the best movie, but it got like a lot of hate for some reason. I don't know why. Like, it was just a fun movie where Kevin James had to learn how to fight and save his friend's job, and it was fun. I didn't get it.
What? How do I get the double lightsaber out? I need that. So the double, I haven't been using it, and I should be.
Oh my goodness.
The double lightsaber, normally when you use your lightsaber, you can only deflect one blaster shot at a time.
Yeah, makes sense.
When you use the double lightsaber, you can just continually block them back at people.
Oh, wonderful.
But I haven't been using it because it's really bad for actual fighting.
Gotcha. Alright. Where have you been?
She split up and says, wow, she's a lot better at fighting these guys than I am.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that's also not fair to you. Because you were hitting them like a million billion times, and they just weren't dying.
Thanks, Michael.
Well, the point is that, like, they should have died a million times.
Thanks. I appreciate the support.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good movies. Yeah, Real Steel.
There's a lot of good movies.
I liked it.
That is just
Real Steel.
Yeah, Real Steel was good. I enjoyed it.
I just didn't like that the robot was sentient at the end. That really bothered me.
You know, even if he was, I'm okay with it. I
It wasn't. That made me upset. I mean, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me that the interrogation chamber would be the most secure place in the entire fortress.
Yeah, I
certainly secure.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be secure, but like
the most. If anything, I would put the regular prison as more secure than the interrogation chamber.
I don't know if I totally agree with
because
that.
here's my line of thinking with that. If they're in the interrogation chamber, someone is watching them. They're not in the interrogation chamber alone, ever.
It's true.
There seems to be giant cannons. What am I doing here? Oh, there's a button. Whereas, like, if they're in the prison, sometimes we're not watching them.
Mm-hmm. I guess so, yeah.
So I feel like it should be more secure.
Be careful.
What do you mean?
What did I just say?
I don't know. I wasn't listening to you.
Okay.
It's fine. I can heal right here. We're good. Another skill point would have been nice, but that's fine.
Nah.
I believe this is the final boss.
True.
Yeah. I don't know how many times I've said that already. Yes, this is the final boss. Okay. Next time. We're at the end of the episode. Thank you guys for watching. This is Poseidon. We're gonna fight Trilla. Thank you guys. This is Poseidon and Paul signing off. We already said something. I don't know what we said.